Hello friends, welcome to Affairs Cloud Learn to Lead. Good morning to all the students, and today we will discuss very important current affairs of 24th of December 2021. You can see two best images of the day, but today we will discuss very important and the most important current affair. So watch this video till last. But I am requesting you all the students that you have to download our application Careers Cloud from the description box link. After that, log in with the email ID, then click on this crack current affairs section to subscribe our current affairs for 1 year as well as for 2 years. Both the subscription prices are very much low. But how we are covering this current affair? We are providing you daily section. In the daily, you will see three things. One is detail, second is question and answer format, and third is the quiz section which you can attempt on our application on daily basis. Next is the weekly section. Again, you will receive three things. One is detail, second is question and answer format, and third is the quiz section which you can attempt on our application on weekly basis. Most important section is the monthly, and we are providing four type of PDFs. One is detail, second is question and answer format, third is best 100 current affair that is also provided in the form of question and answer, and fourth one is pocket PDF. It means 2-liners and the 3-liners current affair will be provided to you so that you can revise these current affairs in quick format before your exam. But to enhance your performance further, we are providing 20 most important topic wise PDF. It means if you want to cover one particular topic, then you can use this topic wise PDF. If you are a banking student, we are providing three things. One is detail, second is question and answer format, and third is the quiz section. But all these three things are only related to banking and economy. And you can attempt this quiz only on our application on monthly basis. If you want to cover all the past current affair of 2021 just from single PDF, then you can use this exam PDF. We are providing detailed budget and economic survey. Expected question and answer will be provided to you so that you can recall that examiner can make these type of questions from budget and economic survey. If you are appearing for your respective state exam, then we are also providing you state current affair, and we are covering every state and union territory. So all these things comes under only one subscription. You have to just download our application Careers Cloud from the description box link. After that, log in with the email ID, then click on this crack current affair section to subscribe our current affairs for 1 year as well as for 2 years. Both the subscription prices are very much low. But if you are a new student, you are just starting your preparation, then I am advising you to subscribe for 2 years. And we are providing 10% extra discount on both subscriptions if you use this code ASH10. And if you have any query, you can email us or you can call us on this number or email ID. So let's start 24th of December current affair. But first of all, you have to like this video. You have to share this video as maximum as possible, and you have to subscribe this channel if you are new on this platform, and join a Telegram group from the description box link. Here is the first question in the most important section. Men's Asian Championship Hockey Trophy 2021 has won by which country? So the most important keyword underlined here, Men's Asian Champions Hockey Trophy. And you have to remember this trophy was hosted by which country? This is hosted by Bangladesh. It means this tournament was held in Bangladesh. Exact place is Dhaka, and this is the capital of Bangladesh. And which team won this championship? This is South Korea. So answer of this question is A. So remember, the Men's Asian Champions Trophy, which is also known as Hockey Trophy 2021, has won by South Korea, and South Korea won the gold medal under this, and Japan won the silver medal. It means South Korea defeated Japan in the final match. So you can see here, Asian Champions Trophy, India won the bronze medal. So silver medal won by Japan, and gold medal won by South Korea, and bronze medal won by India. That's why this question is the most important. And India beat Pakistan by 4-3. So you can also remember, because India's men's hockey team under the captaincy of Manpreet Singh, remember the Indian hockey team captain is Manpreet Singh, who has won a bronze medal in the men's Asian trophy or the hockey tournament 2021, which was held in Dhaka, Bangladesh, after defeating Pakistan. And exact place you have to remember, Dhaka or Bangladesh. Then South Korea won the gold medal, Japan won the silver medal. And remember one player named Harmanpreet Singh. Harmanpreet Singh scored from the penalty corner, who has adjudged as the player of the match, where India defeated Pakistan by 4-2 game to win the bronze medal. So you can also remember this. And the Men's Asian Champions Trophy is an event held annually by the Asian Hockey Federation, which features Asia's top six field hockey team competing in a round robin format. So total 6 teams are participating, and it is organized by Asian Hockey Federation, and it is an annual tournament. And remember about Asian Hockey Federation, it was established in 1958, and its headquarters is in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. So remember all the things which I told you. Now we are moving to next question. who is named as the BBC Sports Personality of the Year 2021. Most important because this is adjudged by the BBC, and this player become the Sports Personality of the Year of 2021. And answer of this question is very simple: 2021 US Open Women's Single Champion. So two questions basically we are covering. 2021 US Open Women winner is Emma Raducanu. So answer of this question is B. So remember, and she belongs to Britain. You can also remember this, Britain, and Britain professional tennis player, and she has been voted as the BBC Sports Personality of the Year 2021. So you can see here, 2021 US Open Women's Single Champion Emma Raducanu. This is most important question, and she is the youngest woman Grand Slam champion. She is just 18 years old since Maria Sharapova at the Wimbledon in 2004. And winning her first major title at the 2021 US Open, Emma Raducanu became the first qualifier in the US Open era to win a Grand Slam tennis tournament, and she belongs to Britain. But there are more categories which was awarded by BBC. One is the Team of the Year 2021. It goes to England men's football team. So you can also remember this question can be asked. Young Sports Personality of the Year 2021. It goes to Sky Brown. So you can also remember. Next, Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Simone Biles. So there are so many categories, but we are covering only 4 categories. One is the Sports Personality of the Year Award. Next, Team of the Year Award goes to England. Young Sports Personality of the Year Award goes to Sky Brown. And Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Simone Biles. So you can just remember these 4 categories. These are most important categories. So moving to next question. What is the rank of India in Global Unicorn Index 2021? Again, most important question. First of all, you have to remember what is the meaning of unicorn. Unicorns are privately held startups. Remember, these are the startups, companies having a valuation of more than $1 billion. Valuation more than $1 billion. These startups known as the unicorns. And India is in the positions of 3rd rank. So remember, answer of this question is B. It means India ranked at 3rd position by displacing United Kingdom. Earlier, United Kingdom was on the 3rd place and India was on the 4th spot, because in 2020, India ranked at the 4th spot and United Kingdom ranked on the 3rd spot. But in 2021 index, India is on the 3rd spot and United Kingdom is on the 4th spot. So you can just remember. So India displaced this UK to be 3rd top country hosting unicorns. And this Global Unicorn Index 2021 is released by Huron Research Institute. Again, this is very important. And especially United States of America and China comprise 74% of unicorns. Because the United States and China still continue to back the top 2 ranks in the list of adding China, still continue to add 74 unicorns, and USA added 254 unicorns in the year of 2021. So total unicorns from the United States of America is 487 and China is 301. And India ranked on the 3rd position, you can see, ranked on the 3rd position, and India added 33 more unicorns in the year of 2020, and India's total unicorns are now 54. And Indians founded total 119 unicorns in the year of 2020. In the year of 2020, under which 54 are in India and 65 outside India. So total 119 unicorns are founded by India in the year of 2020. And some countries like Italy, Russia, you can say, Saudi Arabia, Poland are the largest countries in the world by GDP without any unicorn. So Italy, Russia, Saudi Arabia, even Poland, these countries have no unicorn. So you can also remember and you can add this in your knowledge. But there is another question under this Global Unicorn Index 2021, that which company is the most valuable unicorn in India? Which company is the most valuable unicorn in India according to Global Unicorn Index 2021? This question is also most important. And this is EduTech company, and this is known as Byju. So answer of this question is C. So EduTech company Byju is the most valuable unicorn in India with a total valuation of $21 billion. $21 billion, followed by the mobile tech company, which is known as InMobile. This is on the 2nd position from India, and 3rd position goes to Oyo. So you can just remember the most valuable unicorn in India is Byju. So you can see here Byju rank all over world is 15th, but you can also remember that all over world ByteDance is the top most unicorn and it belongs to China. and second rank goes to Ant Group. This is also belongs to China. So top 2 companies belongs to China, which is in the top in the Global Unicorn Index 2021. So there are 2 questions in the Global Unicorn. What is the rank of India, and what is the rank of you can say China and United States of America? This can also be asked because the United States of America is on the first position, China is on the second position. And top company all over world is ByteDance, but from India it is Byju's. So remember these important keywords. Now we are moving to the next. So next we are moving to the very important question section, but first of all you have to like this video, you have to share this video, and you have to subscribe this channel if you are new on this platform, and join a Telegram group from the description box link. But before proceeding to the first question in the very important section, I want to discuss about the PO course which we already started, and I will take only 30 to 40 seconds so that you can understand that what we are providing under this course. As you all know that we have started 25 days free course to crack IBPS PO mains examination, and this course was started on 13th of December and it will end on 14th of January. It means almost for 1 month we have started this course. And remember, this course frequency is from Monday to Friday. We will not upload any quiz on Saturday and Sunday. And in the quiz, we will upload 70 questions daily. Out of 70, 20 questions will be related to reasoning, and 20 questions related to quant, or you can say mathematics, and 30 questions related to general awareness or current and banking awareness. You can see these are the quiz, and course could be attempted at any time. No daily limit is there, but course will be attempted only through application, that is Careers Cloud application. For more details, you can download this application from the description box. Now moving to very important question section. So here is the first question in the very important section. Who has been awarded with the most effective bank financial technological partnership award? It means one bank and one financial technological company partnership won this award. And this bank is Federal Bank, and this financial technological company is Vayana Network. So answer of this question is D. So Vayana Network, which is one of the India's largest trade finance platform, and Federal Bank, which is a leading private sector bank, have been awarded the most effective bank financial technical partnership, and also the agile and adaptable partnership. And this is award given under the IBSI Global Financial Technological Innovation Award 2021. And this 2021 Innovation Award includes the participation of 190 participants from the 48 countries. And the award was conferred in recognition of the Vayana Network's partnership with the Federal Bank, making supply chain finance at ease. And these facilities like end-to-end digital solutions like client supply chain account setup, monitoring, digital authentication of documents on the transaction platform, and also the notification to the customers at every step. And Federal Bank partnered with Vayana Network to provide an easy onboarding experience to dealers through their unique full stack technology infrastructure. So this is very important. So just remember, Vayana Network, which is one of the India's largest trade finance platform, and second is the Federal Bank. This bank and this financial technological partnership become the most effective bank and financial technological partnership under the IBSI Global Financial Technological Innovation Award 2021. But you can also remember about Federal Bank here. It was established in the year of 1931. Its MD and CEO is Shyam Srinivasan. Its headquarters is in Kerala. Exact place is Aluva. And the tagline is your perfect banking partner. Your perfect banking partner. Moving to next question. Next is from picture. It is cabinet approval. A cabinet approval on the 22nd of December 2021, and here is you can say the first cabinet approval is increasing the minimum support price for the copra, or you can say dry coconut, for 2022 season. Just read this line. And MSP for fair average quality of milling copra has been increased to 10,590 rupees per quintal. Earlier it was 10,335 rupees per quintal. Now it is increased by 2.46%. Next is cabinet approved MOU between the ICAI. ICAI stands for Institute of Chartered Accountants, and Polish Chamber of Statutory Auditors. And you can also remember it is to establish mutual cooperation between the two organizations, and this MOU will enable Indian Chartered Accountants of India to strengthen the partnership with Poland by providing the export of services in the accountancy profession. Next is cabinet approves MOU of the Competition Commission of India and Competition Commission of Mauritius. and it is for the promotion and strengthening of the cooperation in the competition law and policy through the exchange of information, you can say, sharing of the best practices and capacity building initiatives. But the most important here is Competition Commission of India. Chairperson is Ashok Kumar Gupta. Ashok Kumar Gupta. He is currently the chairman of Competition Commission of India. Moving to next question, what is the tagline of India's new airline, which is known as Akasa Air? Recently, India's new airline Akasa Air, which is operated by SNV Aviation, and it is a private limited company, and it is backed by very famous billionaire Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, and they have unveiled the logo, also the tagline, and the airline unveiled his tagline. Its tagline is "It's your sky." So remember, this is very important question. Answer of this question is B. So you can see here, it is backed by billionaire Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. You can also see here the picture of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. And airline has also unveiled its logo, the Rising A. You can see this Rising A. And according to this tagline, "It's your sky," it basically highlights the brand promise to embrace everyone and to create an inclusive environment for all the Indians. And you can also see here two colors. One is sunrise orange and second is passionate purple, and it reflects the airline's warm, youthful and respectful nature. And remember, the tagline is "It's your sky" and the logo is Rising A. These two things are very, very important, and this is backed by famous billionaire Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, and its company is SNV Aviation. SNV Aviation. So these two or three things you have to remember under the Akasa airline. Moving to next question. What is the name of exercise which was conducted to review security of the offshore development area in the Krishna Godavari or KG basin? So again, very important question. And the security of the offshore development area, or you can say ODA, in the Krishna Godavari basin on the eastern coast of India in the Vishakhapatnam area of Andhra Pradesh was reviewed during the exercise Prasthan. So answer of this question is D. So you can see here, security of offshore assets reviewed during the exercise Prasthan, and it assesses the overall security architecture to provide support during an emergent situation at offshore development area. And this is biannual exercise, and it was coordinated and controlled by the NOIC, it means Naval Officer in Charge. And it caters for multiple contingencies that can be expected in all the scenarios, especially for the oil operators. It validates their standard operating procedures laid out for various contingencies related to the offshore development area. So it is just to review the security of the offshore development area regarding the Krishna Godavari basin in Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. So remember the name of the exercise, it is Prasthan. Next is, who is appointed as the managing director and chief executive officer of very famous general insurance company, which is known as IFFCO Tokyo General Insurance Company. And this company recently appointed H.O. Suri as the managing director and CEO of this organization. And H.O. Suri is a chartered accountant by profession and started his professional journey in 1982 with IFFCO. IFFCO is very famous, or you can say world largest fertilizer manufacturer in the cooperative sector, and he is one of the founding member of IFFCO Tokyo General Insurance Company. And you can also remember this IFFCO Tokyo General Insurance Company Limited is a joint venture between two companies. One is IFFCO, second is Tokyo Marine Group. Tokyo Marine Group belongs to Japan and IFFCO belongs to India. So that's why this name remembered as IFFCO Tokyo General Insurance Company. And this IFFCO Tokyo General Insurance was established in the year of 2000. Its headquarters is in Gurugram in Haryana, and chairman is K. Srinivasa. But you can just remember the MD and CEO. MD and CEO is H.O. Suri. But you can also remember the other appointments here. Like first you can see here Amish Mehta. Amish Mehta recently appointed as MD and CEO of very famous credit rating agency, which is known as CRISIL. So MD and CEO of CRISIL. Next, Padamja Chundru, very famous person, and he was recently appointed MD and CEO of National Security Depository Limited. Next, PK Purvar, he was recently appointed as chairman cum managing director of MTNL. MTNL, very famous communication company, MTNL. So remember all other appointments because these are again very, very important. You can also see here the picture of H.O. Suri, who is recently appointed as the chairman and MD and CEO of the IFFCO Tokyo General Insurance. All the students know that recently National Farmer Day was celebrated, but I am asking that the first National Farmers Day was observed in which year? Like yesterday we did one question that first National Mathematics Day was observed in the year of 2012. Now we are talking about the first National Farmer Day was observed in which year? So it was observed in the year of 2001 and it was declared by then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. So the Kisan Divas or the National Farmers Day is annually observed across India on 23rd of December to commemorate the birth anniversary of Chaudhry Charan Singh. So remember, we are talking about Chaudhry Charan Singh, very important personality. So this is the birth anniversary of Chaudhry Charan Singh. Chaudhry Charan Singh was born on 23rd of December in 1902 in Meerut, you can say, and Meerut is in Uttar Pradesh. And the day also celebrates and honors the contribution of the farmers and their importance in the development of the country. And you can also remember Chaudhry Charan Singh was the 5th Prime Minister of India and he was the Prime Minister from 1979 to 1980. And he is also popularly known as the champion of Indian peasants or the farmers. And Kisan Divas or this National Farmers Day 2021 marks the 119th birth anniversary of the Chaudhry Charan Singh. So just remember, it is observed every year on the 23rd of December because it is the birth anniversary of Chaudhry Charan Singh, the 5th Prime Minister of India. Next is who has partnered with the MoneyGram to enable international fund transfer. So the important keywords here are MoneyGram, the name of the company, to enable the international fund transfer through this company. And answer of this question is Paytm. So answer of this question is D. So Paytm Payment Bank has partnered with MoneyGram, a peer-to-peer remittance company, to enable international fund transfer directly to Paytm wallet. So you can see here, Paytm ties up with the remittance company MoneyGram to enable international fund transfer directly. So under this partnership, MoneyGram users abroad can now transfer money to any full KYC compliant Paytm wallet. It means if you are using MoneyGram and you want to send the money to some person or anyone who are using Paytm, then you can send your money and it can be transferred to the Paytm wallet if the customer is fully KYC insured. So MoneyGram transactions in India received digitally stands at nearly 50% of all transactions received in the country. So this is a huge, you can say, contribution of the MoneyGram. So this is MoneyGram's first mobile wallet partnership in India. So remember these things and remember about Paytm Payment Bank because Paytm Payment Bank parent company is Paytm and Paytm Payment Bank is India's first bank to have zero balance and zero digital transaction charge account. And Paytm Payment Bank is MD and CEO is Satish Kumar Gupta. Satish Kumar Gupta. Headquarter is in Noida. Paytm Payment Bank. We are talking about Paytm Payment Bank, not Paytm. Moving to next question. What is the name of in-house messaging application launched by Indian Army? So again, very important. And Indian Army launched a contemporary message application which is known as a Sigma. Answer of this question is D. What is the meaning of a Sigma? It means Army Secure Indigenous Messaging Application. So you can also see here Indian Army launched in-house messaging application solution which is known as Army Secure Indigenous Messaging Application. So the Sigma will be deployed in the internal network of the Army because it is a new generation web-based application developed entirely in-house by the team of officer of the Corps of Signal of the Army. And it works as an alternative to the Army Wide Area Network messaging application which has been in service for the past 15 years. And the app can be expected to provide the basics of the group chat, video, image sharing, voice memos and more things. And the application provides lifetime support with future upgrades and the fielded on the Army owned hardware. And it will also provide support for the current geopolitical security environment and more accuracy. So just remember the name of the application, it is ASIGMA, it is Army Secure, IG stands for Indigenous, MA stands for Messaging Application. And currently Chief of Army Staff is Manoj Mukund Narwane ji. Manoj Mukund Narwane. Next question is Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh unveils Made in India multi-terrain artillery gun. So it is indigenously built multi-terrain artillery gun which is known as MARG 155BR. And it is the only 155 mm 39 caliber gun system mounted on 4x4 high mobility vehicle in the world. So you can see here this is the 4x4 high mobility vehicle and you can see this is the artillery gun and this is you can say inaugurated by our Union Minister of Defence Rajnath Singh ji. and it is developed by Pune-based organization which is known as Bharat Forge. Bharat Forge. So this is made by this company, and the gun system is equipped with shoot and scoot capability, providing advanced technical performance and high integration. And on the other hand, this vehicle weighs 18 ton and has the capability to be deployed even in mountain region. So this is the specialty of this multi-terrain artillery gun. So just remember the name, it is MARG 155BR. Moving to next section, it is our important question section, but first of all, you have to like this video, share this video as maximum as possible, and please subscribe this channel if you are new on this platform, and join a Telegram group from the description box link. Here is the question. Government of India signed an agreement with which bank for a loan of euro 250 million for Agra Metro Rail project? Earlier we discussed one question for the Surat Metro Rail project, and it was German Developmental Bank. But now we are talking about Agra Metro Rail project, and this will be funded by European Investment Bank. So answer of this question is C. So you can see here the total investment of this bank will be euro 450 million, but this is the first installment under which this bank is providing 250 million. It means the rest 200 million will be funded in the second installment. So the main objective is to provide safe, reliable, affordable and environment friendly and sustainable public mass rapid transit system for the Agra. And the project will definitely improve the mobility and provide support for the planned urban development in the Agra. And the project is working under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs and Uttar Pradesh Metro Rail Corporation, who is the implementing agency. And remember, who is the Union Minister of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs? It is Hardeep Singh Puri ji. Hardeep Singh Puri ji. Moving to next question. Which company signed an agreement with, you can say, Germany Development Bank, which is KfW, to finance power sector and renewable energy project? And one company is Indian, and second bank is basically German Developmental Bank, which is known as KfW, which is also funding, you can say, Surat Metro project. And this company is Rural Electrification Corporation, or you can say REC. So the agreement aimed to avail an official development assistance term loan of worth rupees $169.5 million under the Indo-German bilateral partnership, because I already told you that this bank belongs to Germany. So REC signs agreement with the German Developmental Bank KfW to finance power sector and renewable energy projects. And both organizations will jointly undertake various projects in the power sector and renewable energy. And REC is very important organization for India because this Rural Electrification Corporation finances and promotes power projects across the country. And it also offers the lowest interest rate to the renewable energy financed by the corporation. Very important. And you can also remember the chairman and managing director is Sanjay Malhotra. Sanjay Malhotra. Moving to our one-liner important points, and here is the first point. Indian Army launched in-house messaging application. We already covered this question. Prime Minister Modi ji launched multiple developmental initiatives in the Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Varanasi is the constituency of Prime Minister, and also there are elections in 2022 in 5 states. One among is Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Manipur, Goa, and Uttarakhand. So these are the 5 states. So that's why so many developmental projects, like total 27 developmental projects worth rupees 2095 crore launched by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Next, Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar released the book titled Spices Statics at a Glance 2021. You can see this is the cover page of the book, Spices Statics at a Glance 2021. And this book is very important because this book is a compilation of all the spices statics such as area, production, productivity, export, import, price and value of the output of various spices produced in the country. And this book specially highlights the growth achieved in the spices sector in the last 7 years. Like this report highlights the spices growth from 2014 to 15 to 2020 to 21. This means this reflects the 7-year development in the spices sector. And the book states that the spices production in India has increased from around 67 lakh ton, which was during 2014-15, to more than 106 lakh ton to 2020-21 with an annual growth of 7.9%. Just remember, the annual growth in the spices sector is 7.9% according to the government data under the report of Spices Statics at a Glance 2021, and it is released by Narendra Singh Tomar ji. Next is Justice Sanjay Kumar Mishra appointed as the acting Chief Justice of Uttarakhand High Court, and President of India has recently appointed Justice Sanjay Kumar Mishra, the senior most judge of the Uttarakhand High Court, has been appointed as the acting Chief Justice of the Uttarakhand High Court with an effect from 24th of December 2021. And he was appointed following the retirement of Justice Raghavendra Singh Chauhan. Remember earlier this position was with Raghavendra Singh Chauhan, the Chief Justice of Uttarakhand. Especially this question I am covering for the Uttarakhand student. And for all the students, remember this comes under the Article 23, and this is a power of President to appoint a Chief Justice of any High Court under the Article 223 of Constitution of India. Next, Paytm partners MoneyGram for the international fund transfer. It is Paytm Payment Bank. Next, Kisan Divas, National Farmers Day, observed on 23rd of December. It is to commemorate the birth anniversary of Chaudhry Charan Singh. We already covered these questions. Now we are moving to the question of the day. What was the question of 23rd of December? Very simple question, one-liner question. Which Indian bank became the first to touch a market capitalization of 1 lakh crore in India? And answer of this question was very simple. Answer of this question was SBI, State Bank of India. Just remember the question as same as in slide. Moving to the question of the day. Question of the day is TRIPS and TRIMS. Two basically words or two organizations are associated with which of the following organization. So these are the rules and regulations. So you have to tell me only in the comment box. I am waiting your answer. Please like this video. Please share this video as maximum as possible, and please subscribe this channel if you are new on this platform, and join a Telegram group and press this bell button so that you can receive the notification on time. It is a Fierce Cloud promise that it will boost your confidence in the general awareness section. Definitely don't take life so much serious. Life is one, and always keep smiling like this smiley. Don't take life so much serious. Thank you guys. Take care and bye-bye.